Ladies and gentlemen, let's Game into the video. Let us discuss the blue light on the back of the PlayStation 4's controller. If there's been one major criticism of the controller, aside from the battery life I suppose, it would be the blue light and how, well, it's always on. However, Sony have revealed that there has been a reason behind this, and its name is Project Morpheus. So indeed, the Dual Shock 4's senior designer, told TechRadar that Sony's team built the gamepad with VR support from the start. So in other words, this wasn't something they thought after the PlayStation 4's design or halfway through or something like that. It was something that they had designed a unit around. But they couldn't obviously say, oh, by the way guys, this is because of a new project we're working on, hush hush. So this is a tracking light. And it's basically used for the tracking of the virtual reality. He also said that the team were at one point concerned that users were actually starting to get annoyed by the light because they couldn't turn it off and they didn't know why. And you might actually remember that, to be fair, even we here at RGT had said a couple of times, well, I love the controller, apart from the light, but why can't we turn it off? It's extremely irritating, particularly because it was a drain on the controller. And they actually said, and when all these things were coming out 6 months ago and everyone was going, it's reflecting on my TV, we weren't going, oh no, because we couldn't tell anyone what it was actually for. So you may remember that the device was unveiled way back in March of this year, so not that long ago, but still. And currently its release schedule is 2015. There's not that much information regarding it, aside from it's very similar in terms of functionality to the Oculus Rift. So, unfortunately, there's not super amounts of information, but supposedly there are a couple of titles which are going to be released for it. One of them is known as Entwined, and the other one is going to be Killstrain. And it actually says the Media Molecule's new title will be a landmark title for the Morpheus 3D world building. Beautiful, quirky visuals, extremely creative and fun, possibly related to Entwined trademark, released last week by SCE, but they're not sure, late 2015. So we're not really sure how reliable that part is. So you have to take that with a grain of salt. And obviously, if you want more information on possible games we're going to be seeing at E3, you can check out another video that I did earlier today, because apparently there's going to be a bunch of other games, such as The Last of Us, Uncharted, and various other bits and pieces that is going to be unveiled either by trailers or whatever else at E3. So what are my thoughts on this? Well, we're going to be getting a virtual reality headset here at RGT. We're actually going to be getting the Oculus Rift, and I don't know, like, I'll be honest, I go back and forth between virtual reality. I heard that Facebook wants to get, like, what was it, 1 billion users combined with Oculus Rift for an MMO. And I could kind of see it being pretty awesome in some ways, but I'm still not 100% convinced about it. So I guess we're just going to have to see. But I'm actually pretty excited by the prospect that Sony had actually envisaged this from the start, because what had worried me about Morpheus, if I'm totally honest with you, is that it was, I don't want to use the word a hack job, because that sounds very negative, and I don't want to use that because it sounds extremely biased, but I can't think of a better term. But I would say rushed is probably a better term. In other words, it was more of a knee-jerk reaction because of how people were taking VR technology and because of the excitement. And I didn't want them to be like, oh, okay, well, we'll design the PS4. And then, you know, say 80% through the development of the system, oh, okay, we should probably consider VR because everyone's getting really hyped about it on the PC side. It seems that actually thought about a lot of this stuff, particularly the control pad side of things anyway, fairly early on in. And that's, in my opinion, a positive step that the system is going to work fairly well with virtual reality. So let me know your thoughts about this, guys. Obviously, it's still going to leave the complaints, but at least we know the reasons as to why. And that, I think, was the reason people were getting so pissed. It's like, people just couldn't understand why you couldn't either dim it, turn it off, or why it even existed to begin with. And we understood there was some rumours that it was concerning motion tracking, or because of Bluetooth, or something. But a lot of people just thought it was an aesthetic decision from Sony, and we just thought, you know what, this lighter is draining my battery, and it's not like the PlayStation 4's battery is particularly known for longevity. And this is actually something that I raged a couple of times about myself, even in the infamous Second Son playthrough that I was doing on the channel. I was doing an Evil playthrough, if you guys want to check that out. It's actually quite funny, but it's like, and even on the Killzone, it was like every, I don't know, I can't remember the exact battery length is, but I think it depends really on what you're doing with the controller, but I think it's every like 5-ish, 6-ish hours. And that's not really that long. I mean, it's like if you're playing for lengthy amounts of time, you know, say 2-3 hour sittings, particularly on something like an RPG, you can see how that quickly starts to drain. Anyway, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Project Morpheus awaits. So you're going to take the red pill, or you're going to take the blue pill? I'll see you soon. Take care, and bye for now.